Non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, have recently made news not just in the blockchain sector but also in mainstream media, as some of the world's most prominent celebrities and corporations have accelerated this rising trend. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the NFT revolution. We've seen celebrities like Ja Rule, Lindsay Lohan, Mark Cuban, Kylian Mbappe, and Snoop Dogg start their own NFTs, as well as brands like NBA, Louis Vuitton, Nike, and Formula One. The list appears to be unending and is rising by the day. Let's first define NFTs. NFTs are digital assets that represent objects such as art, collectibles, and in-game goods. They are often encoded into smart contracts on a blockchain and are exchanged online, frequently using Bitcoin. NFTs, which are enabled by blockchain technology, is changing the way digital assets are traded. A digital asset, often in the form of a single file, can be simply replicated indefinitely. However, when minted on the blockchain as a non-fungible token, it becomes possible to demonstrate uniqueness, trace provenance, and current ownership, and even record ongoing royalties for the original artist with a very high degree of trustworthiness. Decades after the birth of digital art, its access to commercial markets is being revolutionized by new technological breakthroughs, including blockchain technology. Art NFTs are part of a bigger realm of NFTs that includes everything from sports memorabilia to all digital assets that allow tokenized ownership. The recent enthusiasm for Web3 and all of its growing ecosystems undoubtedly indicates the start of a new revolution that will go much beyond the dramatic selling of people's college barely a year ago. We see established digital artists gain prominence as a result of more widespread commercialization, and we also see more established and conventional artists embrace digital art and all the possibilities that this medium offers despite being used to oil on canvas. They discover innovative ways to express fresh artistic notions by utilizing digital media. Urs Fischer, a multidisciplinary artist known for his submersive collages, paintings, and massive installations, is one example of someone who now drops new art NFTs regularly. The value of NFTs has risen to a whopping $14.3 billion, up from roughly $340 million in 2021 to 22. Analysts predict that the value will more than triple next year, reaching $80 billion by 2025. Some people may be uncomfortable paying for digital-only entertainment. This behavior was unusual a decade ago. However, the evolution of spending on video games indicates a developing, borderline popular acceptance of the concept. According to a recent survey, 24% of games spend an average of about $200 each year on in-game stuff. Consider the video game Fortnite. Last year, its creators made millions of dollars through limited edition skins and battle packs that let players customize their avatars. Because online material flows so freely, it has always been difficult for companies to capitalize on the clear opportunity that digital goods provide. It is simple to copy, replicate, share, and distribute. Until now, that is, because each NFT is unique. They add verified scarcity and ownership to online assets that cannot be manipulated, bringing the characteristics that give physical items value into the digital arena. Scarcity may be created from both fresh and archived content, which is beneficial for firms fighting for customers on a digital playing field. However, NFTs are more than just digital deeds. When combined with physical assets, they have the potential to provide consumers with mixed reality experiences. Nike, for example, is said to have filed many new patents suggesting its intention to create and sell virtual Nike sneakers and apparel. In addition, the company is seeking a patent for Crypto Kicks, an NFT that will allow users to breed different shoes to produce unique sneakers that can subsequently be created in the real world. This blurs the distinction between physical and virtual worlds, while maximizing monetization. Opportunities in both NFT, in general, enable improved monetization. Platforms are currently where creators are paid for their work. NFTs have the potential to radically disrupt this. A new media ownership distribution model is now available, allowing digital asset creators to earn directly from their work. Take, for example, Lindsay Lohan's Lightning NFT. It was bought for the equivalent of $27,201 and then sold for $89,472 just an hour later. The developer receives a royalty on each transaction on the most NFT platforms. In this case, Lohan donated a substantial sum to charities that accept Bitcoin. The more the popularity of an NFT, the greater the demand and willingness to bid to claim ownership. The original asset gains fame and value in the realm of NFTs based on how frequently that creation is experienced, distributed, or remixed. The Doge meme NFT is an example of this. Although the image was freely available online, the NFT sold for a whopping $4 million. It was stated in September that the new owner intends to auction off the NFT by breaking it into 17 billion pieces, allowing many more members of the public to own a small piece of it. Branded NFTs have a high potential for recurring royalties. Each minted NFT has a component encoded in its digital code that allows brands to establish the expected royalty rate for sales. Brands will gain from recurring transactions every time one of their NFTs is sold, and they'll know immediately who bought it and for how much. Furthermore, because blockchains can be designed, NFTs can be outfitted with features that allow them to expand in functionality over time, or give direct utility to their holders. As a result, NFTs can function as membership cards or tickets, granting access to special events, items, and discounts. The corporation can even supply additional products to the owner of the certain token. All of this adds value to NFT holders beyond basic ownership, while providing artists with a way to establish a highly engaged community around their businesses. Online games, chat forums, and merchandise stores may demand a specific NFT. As a result, holding an NFT effectively makes you an investor, a club member, a brand shareholder, and a member of a loyalty program. One of the most intriguing NFT projects, for example, is Bored Ape. Owners of NFTs join the Bored Ape Yacht Club, an exclusive online club with additional bonuses and incentives. NFTs reduce transaction friction, provide more security through transparency and decentralization, and allow for greater personalization of digital products and services. So why aren't they used more frequently? With technology has come debate, the most serious of which is the large carbon impact they produce. For example, artist Beeple acknowledged that offsetting the emissions from one of his collections cost around $5,000. Environmental issues have proven to be a significant impediment for many firms seeking to develop in the field. A design called Ethereum 2.0 proposes to move to a less carbon-intensive form of security known as proof of stake. Still, until then, brands that use NFTs for sustainability will face scrutiny and suffer reputational harm. And there will always be consumers who refuse to engage in a system they believe is essentially bad, thereby alienating entire consumer groups. Brands will reap significant benefits if the scalability issue is overcome. The most compelling reason that the NFTs are the lifeblood of virtual worlds or the metaverse. Many helpful tips for older traditional techniques of collecting are universal and equally applicable to art NFT collection. For anyone seeking to commence on the collecting path, bad art is undesirable, whereas good art is. While rarity, provenance, aesthetic appeal, technique, and concept are all essential value drivers for more traditional art, they should be considered while collecting NFTs. Established collectors understand that art is about much more than just making money. It's about expressing your collecting interest, being a custodian, and cherishing pieces that elicit a deep and highly personal emotional connection. Auction houses will continue to assist collectors with research, artwork, authentication, documentation of provenance, and pricing recommendations. As we saw in 2021, they will continue to play an important role as tastemakers. Digital art has joined the other 80 categories of collectibles represented at Christie's with a tremendous bang, and it already is a frequent part of notable evening sale auctions. Art NFTs are more than just a passing craze. They add to the fascinating continuation of 21st century art. The adventure has only just begun. That is all for today's video. If you like this video, don't forget to like and share it, and we'll be back soon with another informative video. Till then, stay tuned.